Digital Sports Network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is Tuesday, July 13th. I'm Pilar Laster. We've got Tom Mazaway back in the house.
What up, everyone?
You were missed. You know how everybody knows you were back before I even said you were back, Tom?
How'd they know?
We had music. We had music. We've got D-Mac with us. We've got Alex keeping us honest. We've got Andrew on our social media. Make sure that you are hitting us up at Woodward Sports across the board. And Juicy Jeff is still filling in for Fish, who is sunbathing in California right now. Such is the life of Fish, man. Tom, how was your vacation? It was so weird to have you gone and so great to have you back.
But it was peaceful for you.
I mean, I wouldn't call it peaceful. I mean, it was a bit of a shit show, but
hey, no, we had a great time in Traverse City.
Easy is not peaceful. He's not peaceful.
I know.
He
But
doesn't
that's your
yell.
boy. That's your boy.
love Easy. I didn't say it was crazy for me.
Traverse City was great. It's a nice place, man. I mean, it's a beautiful drive. Once you're up there, it's a lot nicer once you're up there because the drive, is a little tedious sometimes going on those back roads. But we happened to hit a softball tournament on the weekend of the Cherry Festival. So it was very crowded, but we got to stay at the Grand Traverse Bay Resort, which was beautiful. They had their own private beach, so we had a great schedule. I mean, the schedule was perfect because we got to go to the beach, we got to go to the pool, we got to eat at night. It was fun, and the girls played great. The Michigan Thunder, they finished. They lost the semifinals to the eventual winner. So the girls played great.
For anybody out there, those are the grown-up lemon drops.
Yes, the grown-up lemon drops.
The grown-up lemon drops. Those are the little lemon drops that we used to always talk about. And Maz, I briefly was in the office, but I didn't see. Did you leave my cherries in there, or did you?
All right, you ready for this?
Tell us about this.
I'm a cherry fan.
I know you are.
I didn't get a cherry.
What?
I didn't bring a cherry home. I didn't eat a cherry.
Well, I'm not worried about that, but what about Pilar and I? That's where's our cherry.
I blew it.
You've got the original cherry.
That's what I'm saying. I wore it today because I thought I'd be eating cherries.
Cherries,
brought back.
I am so sorry.
Maz is the uncle that always brings you something.
I blew it.
Why? Well, tell me what happened. Because
I just neglected to stop at a roadside stand and get any.
Wow.
Yeah, I just blew it.
I feel like they would just be everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's a crock of shit.
You know what?
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what, Maz? The good thing is, it's too bad. At least it wasn't the Cherry Festival. I'm sure there wasn't. So
that they weren't just cherries at your.
I know. And then yesterday, I was at Kroger, and I saw the cherries, and I'm like, how could I buy them when I was just in Traverse City? So it's a double.
Oh, you almost brought in them. Grocery store bought cherries and pawned it off.
You them and been like, everybody, I just brought you guys some cherries from up north. That's what I
Don, you're right. He probably regifted the cherries.
I'm embarrassed to say I was cherry free this weekend.
That's one of the things I would like to attend is the Cherry Festival and also the cherry blossom trees that they have up there when they're in full bloom.
Beautiful.
I see. So how long have you been married now?
It's going to be our 4th year.
4th year, so now you're going to be feeding them cherries with pits in it, hoping he chokes. I get it. We know that, Maz?
That did not go the way I was thinking. I thought you were going to be like, wow, you've been married for 4 years and you've been here for 5 and your husband has not taken you up to such a romantic thing like going to see the cherry blossom trees in full bloom.
Yeah, because he's worried about you feeding him cherries with pits in them.
Yeah, right. He ain't worried about that.
They invented the seedless watermelon. Why can't they invent the seedless cherry?
Seedless cherry?
The pitless cherry.
Right?
You know what the team's name up there is? It used to be the Traverse City Beach Bums. They're now the Traverse City
Cherry Pits.
Pit Spitters.
Pit Spitters.
The Pit Spitters. Nice. That's their name.
That's so weird. Even like my mother-in-law, she grew up in Georgia. She spent some time in Georgia, and so she said that that's where she learned to spit the seeds out of the watermelons out. And I was like, I grew up in Texas. We had seeded watermelons all the time. We would just pick around them. Nobody would ever actually eat them with the seeds in it and then spit them out.
You eat them. You're going to eat a seedless.
I've never, ever.
If you're going to eat a watermelon with seeds in it, you got to eat the seeds and then spit out what you can.
It's like a machine gun.
That's it.
That's so weird. I should try it and see what that's.
That's not fun.
I'm going to try that on our TikTok account. Don't we have a new TikTok account? Are we on TikTok now?
Yeah, we are on TikTok. At Woodward Sports.
Have we been on TikTok for a while? Because I feel we're doing a lot of promos.
We actually, randomly we'll film one. So yeah, we've been on it for a decent bit.
I'm
in 2 of them.
It was a good one today of you and Kennedy.
Yeah. No, it was Art and Kennedy. That's
there was one of me vacuuming. I mean, that was. Hey, listen.
With Kennedy?
No. Well, she recorded me. Yes. Chad walked in. I was inspired. I started vacuuming. We cleaned all the the offices. We got it going, man.
Good.
Chad walked in and you got inspired to start vacuuming.
And Jeff
I wish my kids.
Flip the hair too.
He did a hair flip.
Oh my gosh! I wish my kids felt that way whenever I walked in the door.
They're too young.
Well, I still wish that they felt that
little
way.
Tony shits his pants, Ma. Happy to see you.
I know. All right, guys. Well, we've got a great show for you guys planned today. To kick things off, we've got Maz doing his sports update.
All right. Brought to you by our good friends at mybookie.ag, mybookie.com. Don't forget, use that promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000. You can bet tonight's All-Star Game. I got a little bet. I got a parlay going tonight. I got the American League and Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. So you could do things like that. You could do them on MyBookie. Don't forget to use that promo code Woodward so you get your free money. All-Star Night in Colorado. They call it the Midsummer Classic. The American League and the National League meeting up for the 91st time. Shohei Ohtani gets the ball for the AL. Max Scherzer, former Tigers Cy Young winner, gets it for the NL. Matchup from Coors Field. They'll start the introductions at 7:30. Always want to see the Star Spangled Banner and the introductions. Always a great part of the game. The American League has won 7 in a row. They're 19-3-1 since 1997, and they lead the series. Look how close this is, 45-43 with 2 ties. So bet at your own risk tonight. National League's actually a slight favorite, -110 tonight. Chad likes them, by the way. MLB thinking about eliminating 7-inning doubleheaders, and the runner on second base looks like it's going to go away next season. So all you guys that are complaining about these games, can't play 7-inning doubleheaders, they go too quick, and you can't have a runner on second base and extra innings, looks like it's going to go away, courtesy of Mr. Manfred. How about Mets star Pete Alonso last night, defending his home run derby championship? He beat Baltimore's future comeback player of the year, Trey Mancini. Great story for him. Stage 3 colon cancer, missed the season last year, comes back this year, one of the leaders in home runs, and he took Alonso to the end. Alonso had a great time, by the way, Mac. Did you watch that guy yesterday? He is awesome. Made for this type of thing.
Dude, he didn't even everybody else looked tired. He did not look tired at all, and it was like he's made for this.
He is. He was listening to his music. He had some country music going on. He had some New York rappers going on. He was dancing, going into the box. He hits the last 5. We'll talk about it coming up to win it. He had 23-22, and he broke the record in the first round. He had 35. He's the 4th player with multiple Derby winners, Ken Griffey Jr., Prince Fielder, and Yoenis Cespedes, the other 3. Game 4 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night from Milwaukee. Suns lead the Bucks 2-1. Milwaukee won Game 3 on Sunday, 120-100. Team USA basketball, they fall to 0-2. Olympic exhibitions right now in Vegas. But they lose to Australia now twice, 91-83. Team USA looking for its 4th straight Olympic gold medal. Will they do it? Coming up in Tokyo. Pelicans getting ready to hire a new coach. Hey, Pelican, fly Pelican. Remember that from
Fly Pelican,
fly Pelican. Tony Montana. That was his favorite bird. Willie Green, the Suns' assistant, will be their new head coach. Sixers, by the way, have opened up trade discussions on Ben Simmons. We got our NBA expert in here, Andrew John. We'll have to ask him about that a little bit later. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the Piston red, white, and blue if he fits. NHL, Nashville goalie Pekka retiring, 15-year veteran. He won the Vezina, 3-time All-Star. Nashville's going to miss him, Mac. One of the better goalies in the game.
One of my favorite. Played at the end of my career, played against him, but just he brought in that European Finnish goalie style. But he's a big guy. He's like 6'5", so covers a lot of net. And you know what? Great career.
I still think the Tampa Bay goalie
Vasilevsky
wears all that equipment. Did you see the side-by-side picture with Carey Price?
Yeah.
What? They're the same weight. They weigh 5-pound difference in weight. Vasilevsky looks like he's 70 pounds more.
You look more. You'd have to show the people the picture.
I
but
know.
But there is some of the rule changes is goal of the year, so
They're cheating.
it's all fine. No, it's all fine in the way inside because they can't cheat because they have a guy that measures the goalie equipment, that measures before, and if you don't think that it was all up to snuff, they just find a way. That's why Sergei Chekmarov, our masseuse / jack of all trades in the dressing room, rest his soul. He'd stitch with his hands your skates, or would put all these little, like, adjust my jerseys, elbow pads. Like, I used to like to roll my sleeves up, and you couldn't have your elbow pads showing, so he put red on it so it looked like a whole sleeve down so I could roll them up. And it was just something that I'm sure, that mentality that they know all the tricks.
By the way, Blackhawks grant Duncan Keith his wish to play in Canada. He had a hard year this year, wanted to be with his family, couldn't cross the border. So they trade up to Edmonton. Caleb Jones and a third-round pick go back to Chicago. What do you think of that deal, Mac?
You know what? It's taken on Edmonton's taken a lot of money going to Uncle Kenny, but if anybody knows how to use a veteran defenseman, then there's Duncan Keith, obviously leadership, the Stanley Cups he's won in Chicago, the Norris trophies, so he's going to provide that. And a guy named Darnell Nurse, number 25 on defense, is like an up-and-coming defenseman. He's one of the younger guys. Hopefully he can help him develop. And that's one thing, right? When a general manager makes a trade and you look at the pedigree like Kenny Holland has, he's used to older guys. So he'll find a way to make it work there. And Duncan Keith, he's going to be motivated to go back to Canada.
And a couple other NHL notes. The Wild buying out Zach Parise and Ryan Sutter. Those are guys that they brought in, man. The big splash. They took them from the Devils. I was so pissed. And now they're gone.
I think it was 14, and that was the big talk around here, is because we thought we were in the sweepstakes because they both wanted to play together and they both wanted to play at home in Minnesota. So sometimes those deals work, sometimes they don't, but they still got a little gas in the tank, so they'll end up somewhere. But what it does is it gives Billy Guerin, the general manager of the Minnesota Wild, $10 more million.
Another Devil,
to work with. Well, of course. It's Devils, Red Wings, Colorado, look at the guys that are influenced, all the guys with championships.
Excellent. And Senators hiring Pierre McGuire. He goes from behind the glass at NBC to the senior VP of player development. More on that coming up a little bit later with Mac. This day in sports, we're going to make it like All-Star centric. Let's take you back to 1993. This is a very, very comical at-bat for John Kruk against the great Randy Johnson. Check this out.
Fanning himself off. Johnson has had pitches clocked at as much as 102 miles per hour in Major League play.
Now this ball obviously just getting away from him, but watch the reaction of John Kruk. Would you say his heart is palpitating a bit?
When the second half resumes on Thursday.
Look at the next step. I don't blame John one bit. His right leg. He wants no part of Randy Johnson. None.
This kind of response.
I don't think so. You knew that was coming. John had no chance.
No chance. I'm just trying not to get killed.
I love it. Sean McDonough on the call, of course, with Tim McCarver.
I'm just trying to not get killed.
Amazing. That was fun to watch.
Plenty more coming up here on the hook, and we'll have Jim Price, the Tigers radio analyst, coming up in just a little bit. He's going to talk about the 50-year anniversary of the All-Star Game in Detroit, one of the classics, the greatest All-Star Game ever played.
Being a homer, or is that how you really feel?
He wasn't
22 Hall of Famers.
I can honestly say that in '71, Maz was not here yet.
So but I was watching it at home, and it made me fall in love with Tiger Stadium.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Okay,
there.
I know a lot about this game.
I didn't say you
Nobody
didn't, but
said
you weren't.
Didn't.
I go to stick up for Maz and tell Pilar that he's not a homer yet. And
I love
he's
grilled
telling
cheese.
me that this is where it started and whatever. You know what? Never mind.
Listen.
Tony Paul put out a great story on this. You guys got to go to Detroit News and listen and read up on Tony Paul. I tweeted him out that, hey, Tony, great story, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote me, hey, Maz, I'm sorry. I was -8 then. I wish I could have been at that game like you. So he stuck it to me, too.
Nice. Way to go, TP.
I know. Well, Maz, you don't need to come in hot today. And so come in nice and cool from your vacation. We're not picking on you yet. It's still early. All right, guys, but you know who we probably are going to pick on and who we are going to get hot over right No, this didn't come out right. That just did not even come out right.
I'd rather suck by myself. Yes, I would rather suck by myself.
Yeah, something like that. Well, the big question today is, what should ESPN do with Stephen A. Smith after the comment on Shohei Ohtani needing a translator, or should not be having a translator? A lot of hot water that this man was in. So don't go anywhere. Make sure that you are joining in the conversation on our social media at Woodward Sports. You guys are tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
And I understand that baseball is an international sport itself in terms of participation. But when you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay, I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, so that was a clip from yesterday, and I do want to just also let everybody know that since that clip yesterday morning that Stephen A. Smith said on his show First Take, he has apologized and apologized and apologized and apologized. He's apologized on social media. He wrote a letter this morning on his show First Take. The very first thing he did was come out with this 5-minute speech.
We'll play a little bit for you.
Yep. Although I don't know if everybody was able to watch the speech, but I thought that the speech was going to be more apologetic. I felt it to be a little bit more, let me just tell everybody how I am.
I'm not a racist.
How I am not a racist, and how I am a minority, and all my blackness, he says. It was less of an apology and more of a defense. And also, if you go to ESPN.com, you don't even need to go to the MLB page, homepage. It's just right on the ESPN homepage. That it's a third story. I mean, it's Washington's wild ride of chaos, change and challenges. Then it's the MLB stuff, and then Stephen A. Smith apologizes for comments about Shohei Ohtani. So
it would be a top story. It would be a top story if it wasn't on ESPN. I can tell you that right now, because it's what everyone's talking about.
Everybody is talking about it.
ESPN's kind of burying it a little bit, and that's their guy. They pay him $8 million a year. They just put him on UFC coverage. He is everywhere, and they go to protect him. And today on First Take, Alex, let's start it off here. Let's play a minute of it.
I don't need press releases. I don't need statements from the company. I don't need all of this other stuff. Let me be the first to stand up and say that I want to express my sincere apologies to the Asian community and the Asian American community. I am a black man. I religiously go off about minorities being marginalized in this nation. I instantly go off, repeatedly bring up the fact that if you are a member of a community that feels disenfranchised in any way, that's something that we need to battle, that we need to fend off to the best of our ability as a nation. These are the kind of things that I bring up. And the reason why...
And we'll get back more into it, but he did say he apologized.
Right. He did go on. Apology, and then it was a defense of...
Well, yeah.
You know, but, I mean, there's a lot of things that I feel about this. One, I mean, am I wrong to say that Shohei Ohtani is not the first or only superstar MLB player that has needed a translator?
He's the first that does what he does.
But there's been
don't
plenty.
Forget
what? No, there's been. This has
Ichiro had one as well.
No, there's a million. I mean, how many times?
Yeah,
but the point is, right, when you bring it to, like, the ridiculousness and the common sense is we're watching a unicorn. that pitches and hits.
We
that
play
does
his
something
cuts every day. We love him.
Yes.
that unless you are 100 years old, or I don't even do the math, but watch Babe Ruth pitch and play, or guys of that ilk that it was more common, right? He doesn't need to say anything. You're going to watch him when he goes up to whatever. It'd be nice. It would be nice if this was
if he was
somebody
cutting promos
that
or
spoke English. But that's not what it is now. But like globally, the thing in this country, but if you're trying to grow baseball's huge in Japan and stuff like that. So I don't get it about the communication. And what I don't like is what Maz said is follow the money. The fact that everybody's talking about it. So ESPN's happy as long as they can quell the storm that goes with their $1 million baby that they have to protect because of the money they pay him and the money that he brings in. Right? So... But again, are you surprised Stephen A. Smith says some dumb stuff and controversial stuff? It's just this time he's being held accountable. Like I said, karma.
I think this time he went too far.
Well, that's
maybe,
what I'm saying. But he's wrong because in this case with Shohei Ohtani, who cares if he talks?
Right.
Right? If we're talking individual here, yeah, it would be nice if he spoke English, but
and
who
that's
cares?
the same thing that Max
Pitching and
said.
hitting.
It would be nice if he spoke English, but I just feel at that point somebody should have said, like, who cares? Like, there's a bunch of other guys in this game that haven't spoken English. Like, a lot of these guys are Hispanic players, and they're just learning the language when they come to play for the MLB. So
I'm a fan of Stephen A's. I am. I like what he does. He's put on this show because it's an opinion show.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. It's just an opinion show. So he put out, we played it earlier for you, coming into the break. It's just, he says, if you can't speak English, you shouldn't be the voice of a sport. But guess what? Mike Trout really is the face of the sport, and he really doesn't speak a lot. Matter of fact, a year ago, 2 years ago, they were saying, man, Mike Trout, for being the face of baseball, he really doesn't say diddly. You don't hear about him. He plays in California. If he played for the Yankees, you would hear about him. But he plays for the Angels. So does Shohei Ohtani, by the way. Just freaky.
They should be having those two doing I know
They
Trout's
will.
hurt,
Yeah.
but doing commercials to get, like, doing something that they can promote. But yeah, Mike Trout's not out and about like that.
He's not.
He's
Sure.
more, right,
He's a country boy.
Well, I mean, it's just the way it is. Everybody's different. So whether Ohtani speaks English or not, he's quiet too, like Trout maybe.
So Jeff Passan, who is their MLB expert, he's terrific. Jeff Passan's author, writer, knows baseball like nobody. He was on, and he took Stephen A. to task. Check this out.
Shohei Ohtani came to this country at 23 years old. He left behind his family. He left behind his culture. He left behind his country. He left behind everything he knows to go and pursue the American dream. He wanted to come here and be great. And he is the sort of person who this show and who this network and who this country should embrace. We are not the ones who should be trafficking in ignorance.
And ignorance, he said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it went on
said,
and on.
Jeff.
He took him to task, and there's plenty more on this you could talk about. Is this Stephen A?
Sure.
He might have said something that he shouldn't have said, and that's what
but
it comes
there's
down
also
to.
so there's also
He might have.
I feel that, but it's also like, people say things, and it just comes down to you have to be very careful and think before you speak.
It comes out of your mouth.
Today's day and age, you've got to be very careful, and especially when ESPN was already under scrutiny over
Rachel Nichols
and Maria Taylor. I mean, there's and how they handled that. Let me tell you something. I hope that after the way that they handled that situation, everybody, every single bigwig at ESPN was calling up Stephen and saying, you know what, you're going to get out in front of this right away. We're not going to get out in front of it. You are, because honestly, what's the best way to fix something when you make a mistake? You own up to
but
it.
so did Rachel. Rachel apologized, and they trashed her.
Absolutely.
They took her off her own damn show.
Absolutely. And then not only that, Rachel was trying to make right, and Rachel
said was not even close.
No. And it was a private conversation that some idiot intern gave to Maria Taylor.
And Rachel had reached out multiple times to Maria. That was something where the network, I feel like, should have taken both of them in a room and said, listen, if you two aren't working this out, we're going to sit you guys down and we're going to work this out. We're all teammates here, right? But why did it take a year for them? And then it comes out, and that's why it was just bad. It was a bad look for ESPN. It was a bad look for women in sports. It was a bad look for everybody involved. So I think that the way that ESPN is handling this is much better than the way that they handled the Rachel Nichols and
Rachel Nichols should be
Maria
back on the sidelines tomorrow night for game number 4.
100%.
But she won't be. Malika Taylor will be. And she's sweet. I love her. She's great. But that's Rachel's gig.
Right.
All right? Put her back on the sidelines, ESPN.
Right.
And make it right.
If you're going to allow somebody to make right for their mistake, allow Rachel to make right for her mistake.
Yep.
Well,
Which somebody at ESPN took a private conversation and
made it public.
And made a big deal about it more than anything. So, but that's really what people need to understand is that just because you're in media, and I understand Stephen A. Smith, like that's his bread and butter is, barking all the time and saying things but sometimes he went a little too far on this one. It was a little too soon with everything going on at ESPN right now, I feel like.
Matt?
What? Nah, I got nothing. Dude, I'm sick and tired.
I know. I want to hear it.
Garbage. It's
Let's
garbage.
hear it.
I know. I turn my mic off. I don't need to hear. It's the same stuff all the time. It's just now the insensitivity, right, towards what's going on and having being up here on a mic and whatever, having your opinion, expressing your truth, yes, but you have to be sensitive to sometimes it comes off right. Now, I like the fact that he tried to get out in front of it, or that he did get out to apologize, but to me, I'm more upset. This isn't out of character for Stephen A. Smith for his opinion, so my opinion doesn't really waver on him. It's on ESPN. And just like the BS that goes on, different strokes for different folks. That's the country. That's the world. That's what we're living in. It's not right or wrong. It just is. So it's just a joke. But looking on it, right, I like what Jake said on the internet. If ESPN should put him on everything because he's blowing up everywhere. Because now it's not about right or wrong or morals or how somebody's feelings are or if you're insensitive or not. It's about getting a click and a view. That's all people care about. And it's true. It's too negative, dude. You drag me into negative, and then it's like I just avoid this shit, and it just bothers my soul because of people that aren't sensitive to others.
It bothers
but then
all of us.
let me just right now. You're talking about being sensitive to others, right? It's okay to have your own opinion. We have our own opinion. Walter on social media wrote, "I don't agree with your stances on Rachel Nichols. I get it, but I disagree with it." And that's
cool. We can agree to disagree.
Debate, right? That's healthy debate. Nobody insulted anybody. Nobody hurt anybody's feelings or anything. That's how I feel. You can still have your opinion about things without going overboard.
We're just saying what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. That's all. Let's see where it goes. I'm a fan of Rachel Nichols. I'm a fan of Stephen A. Smith's.
Right.
I hope it all can work out. I hope everyone. I hate this cancel culture bullshit.
Right.
Sorry, excuse my language. I'd rather talk about fun things like the All-Star Game, which we're going to talk about coming up right after this. The 1971 All-Star Game Classic in Detroit at Tiger Stadium. A guy that was hanging around that stadium back then was Jim Price, the radio commentator for the Detroit Tigers. He joins us next on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With historically low interest rates and 5-star service, you could pay your mortgage off faster without increasing your monthly payment. Get started now at 248-308-5000 or chat with us online. Call hallfirst.com.
And we're back on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Tom Mazaway alongside Darren McCarty and Pilar Lastra in the middle. And Jim Price, good friend of ours, joins us on the other side. And Jim Price, 1968 World Series champion with the Tigers, and, of course, radio analyst with Dan Dickerson for a very long time. And we still get to hear Jim's voice. Jim, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. Nice to see all of you. You look great. And, I'm kind of in the middle. I kind of like everybody.
Well, with you,
I mean,
Jim.
that's a fair way to be nowadays, Playing it safe.
I say it the way it is. Radio, if the guy makes a mistake, he makes a mistake. But I try to explain it the right way.
Right.
Hey, Jim, take us back to 1971. Tigers coming off, of course, a World Series 3 years earlier than that. Tiger Stadium looking beautiful. We have so much beautiful video from that game. I want to play a home run for you. There were 6 home runs in that game. Of course,
right.
The biggest one came from Reggie Jackson. Check this out, folks.
There's a long drive. That one is going way up. It is off the roof. That hit the transformer up there. A tremendous smash. Only 8 players have hit the ball over the roof here in Detroit. And Jackson nearly did it then out of the ballpark. It's been done 13 times, Kurt. Norm Cash has done it the most, 4 times. Mantle has done it 3. Williams has done it. But that one was really a smash. More toward right.
22 Hall of Famers in that game, Jimmy. What do you remember most about that game?
Well, I caught, because I was with the Tigers, I caught it in the bullpen in that game. That I remember, I saw Norm hit him up there, but the one I remember is one, it was either Clemente or I think in the upper deck in the right center field.
That was
I
Clemente.
That was the longest home run.
That was his last home run in the All-Star game. He would pass away just a year later.
For everybody that's seen that, I'm sure Darren wasn't around then, but he was probably playing hockey in the.
No, I was minus 8 months or 10 months. I was almost around.
Almost.
But anyway, Phil, you two, it was a great game, and I caught in the bullpen. I warmed up the pitchers and so forth. But that's the one I remember, because if you remember Tiger Stadium, if you ever saw a picture of Tiger Stadium, that in the right center field in the bleachers, very few people hit them up there.
Yeah.
That's the home run I remember. The one in the light tower, that was something, but I just think the one that Clemente hit was just unbelievable. It really was.
So, Jim, I want to ask you about what we got going All-Star break. Tigers go into the break at 40-51.
Right.
Disappointing, obviously, the last. But let's take the last series against Minnesota and the blown leads and stuff like that, and go back to from the beginning of the year, from training camp. Where is Jim Price at the halfway point? Give me a grade level or some things that have jumped out at you and surprised you, or where they're ahead, or some things that maybe disappointed. What are there a couple of those?
Well, Darren, here's how I look at it. We don't have a lot of power, and I like what the coaches have done. In other words, we've gone back to old-time baseball, bunting, running, hit and run, and all the small things, because we don't have a lot of power. So, you dance with the partners that you've been given. And right now, there's some young kids on the horizon. Hopefully that will give us some power in time. We just don't know. Right now we have some young pitchers, but that series in Minnesota was disappointing, because had a chance to finish up on a high note. The team has been playing better, but I think they just kind of ran out of gas a little bit because of what I said. We just don't have that. Miguel is right now in a state where he, is not the fellow he used to be. So you don't have that impact hitter in the lineup. And I would think there's going to be some changes after the All-Star break. But I just think this is a team that you have to dance with the partners that you have. And I think that's what they've done the best. With hit and run, bunting, and so forth. It's a different style. But I think it's a game that you can enjoy. I enjoy broadcasting and talking about how Akil will steal a base, his helmet falls off. There's some excitement on this ball club, and they come to play hard every day. And I think that's a tribute to these kids, that some of them really shouldn't be there. But, again, that's the dance partners. And I know you played with a lot of players that, maybe shouldn't have been there. But, they played their heart out. And these kids are playing their heart out. They're just not ready yet.
Hey, Jim, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to call you on your cell phone. We're having some video issues, so we're gonna hang up on you. We're going to call you on your cell phone and reboot. Please stick with us. So Jim Price will join us. Appreciate it, Jim. Let's bring Jim down and let's call him on the cell there, Jeff. In the meantime, I want to show you another couple of home runs. Hank Aaron was 40 years old in that 1971 game. He had never hit a home run in the All-Star game. He played in 18 straight, but it took him to get to Tiger Stadium before he hit his first.
Mention that bad knee of Henry Aaron. He's had fluid drained off the knee something like 8 times, he was telling me, since spring training. Puffs up, he's got to get out of the lineup. It starts hurting him too much.
A high fly ball, the wind carrying that one out, and it is gone in the upper deck. Henry Aaron gets his first extra base hit, his first All-Star homer, and 2 right-handed batters have hit home runs to the opposite field off Vida Blue.
Blue did not make a bad pitch, it didn't look like. The ball looked like it was almost by Henry. He just kind of waved at the ball, just flipped at it with those quick hands and arms of his.
Number 44 last night in the Derby. Who knows? They might be wearing it tonight on those softball jerseys they got. But Henry Aaron at Tiger Stadium. Mac, I know you're a big Tiger Stadium guy. You were there. You hit a couple of shots out of that place.
Yeah, but no, I remember my biggest memory is '84. Tigers, but going over and going to the World Series and just the excitement. And I think the lasting memory is the cars being flipped over and the people celebrating, and it's scary, but it was cool. And just Tiger Stadium, and then to be able to.
Was it like that? Was it?
Oh, they burned cars, flipped cars, burned cars.
That's how they did over in L.A.
But that was in '84. So we were a little bit, younger then, not as mature as we are now. We didn't know how to celebrate
I'm so
because
happy
it was
to
the
hear
first
that.
celebration in a while. No, by the time
Otherwise, I don't want there to be a win.
By the time we got to the Stanley Cup parades and stuff, it was all civil.
Much better.
Debauchery. But to Maz, it's such a childhood, like as the childhood, Darren, to have been able to not only go and watch games at Joe Louis and Tiger Stadium, but also to play at Joe Louis and get out there and hit a home run in Tiger Stadium and stuff like that. It was second to none. I miss that ballpark because, the one thing is I was lucky enough to go to Olympia and Tiger Stadium, and they both were built the same as you might get a seat behind one of those pillars.
Oh, you get dripped on with rusty water.
Yeah, whatever, dude. It's all part of it.
It was part of the charm.
All part of the
right?
charm. The smell, the sticky, whatever.
Yeah, I was telling you,
That's what people are saying on social media is how they miss the old lady.
6 home runs by 6 Hall of Famers. Johnny Bench actually led this game off with a 2-run homer. I just love the colors of these videos and the color of the field, and the stands were green. Check this out from Johnny Bench, greatest catcher ever.
There's a high drive to deep right center. That one is going, and it is gone in the upper deck. A tremendous drive on a high outside pitch by Johnny Bench. I was just about to say that Blue doesn't give up many homers either.
Kurt, that's the kind of pitch you rarely see hit off a hard-throwing fastball pitcher like Vida Blue or a Koufax or any other hard thrower. A pitch high and almost in the eyes of Johnny Bench. That's the ball that usually really moves.
A lot. I have it on my DVR.
This one is if anybody wants to know, if Maz had to take a baseball game, All-Star game to the desert island, this is the game.
It might be the game.
Would it really be?
No, it wouldn't. You're taking the March 26, 97 game too.
I'm talking baseball.
That's what I'm saying. You said it may be the game.
Okay.
But the game in baseball, it could be.
Could be.
Right, but you can't. That's not your hockey. There's
not your
different
game.
Sports. No, but he gets to choose one.
Boy, that's
of
a great
each.
topic.
Oh,
If you
one
could
of
choose,
each.
there you go.
Each sport, you got to pick one game to take on your desert island on your little VCR.
One baseball,
man.
one football, one hockey,
one
one basketball.
I love that. We'll
I
do
love
that.
that. Let's do that.
You know why that's
We'll
great?
have to think about that one.
My idea.
I love it, Matt. This is your
See,
show.
Alex, that's producing from the seat. You see how that's
I'd rather suck by myself.
I'd rather suck by myself, and I'd rather be great with a team.
Hey.
We know that. That's how
there
you
you
get
go.
rings.
I'm proud of my son. He did a hell of a game day. I looked at the rundowns that Alex put
course you
together.
did.
I was very impressed.
He did a good
Yeah,
job.
he did a
I
great
kept a
job.
couple of his subjects that you guys didn't get to that we will get to today.
Oh,
the,
I know.
The Hook Debate Club, NFL
I know.
Roundtable. We got
That's what I told him. I
more
go, those
stuff
are some
coming.
great topics. We're not going to just run through those real quick. Those deserve
Did you
their
get 2
own
scoops of ice
section.
cream last night at dinner, Alex?
Yeah, right. He sure did.
And don't forget, we got Jim
got
Price.
Just one,
Sprinkles.
Mac. I still only got one. It's okay though.
We're still
But
working
did you
on
get
our
sprinkles
issues
on
here.
it? You got some sprinkles on it. You got some candy.
I did get the sprinkles. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Maz got.
I love grilled cheese. Yes.
Grilled cheese ice cream. Maz, you're a sicko.
No, not that. No.
I wonder if they could make grilled cheese ice cream.
Hey,
That sounds pretty gross, to be honest.
we're gonna get with Jim Price here eventually. Let's take a quick break, Pilar, and when we come back, we will talk home run derby from last night, a little more of the All-Star game tonight, what we're gonna expect. Shohei Ohtani against the Max Scherzer should be a fun game, and we'll just see if you're gonna be watching.
Yep, and Jim Price will be right back with us. So nobody go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Here we go.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. I'm Pilar Lasser with D-Mac, Tom Mazaway, and also joining us, we've got our good friend of the show, Jim Price, Tigers radio analyst, 1968 World Series champion.
And bullpen catcher and the All-Star game. And 50 years ago, Jim, how was that whole experience for you catching? Of course, Bill Freehand, your teammate, was a phenomenal All-Star, but you get to sit behind him and catch all those All-Star pitchers.
Well, I did. That's right. Well, by the way, Bill Freehand should be in the Hall of Fame. Let me make that statement.
I agree.
Move on. No, it was great. You know, he's another guy. I mean, I got all the goodies that players got. I still have a painting in my library where I'm sitting that they gave me for being part of the All-Star thing. And in those days, Chrysler was involved. I had a whole kind of bunch of stuff from Chrysler and so forth. So it was nice. And I knew most of the guys anyway because you're playing against them, and they're all very nice. And I sat in my locker there, and next to some of these guys, and it was great. It was a good feeling, you know. Like Darren had all those great championships, I'm sure, with the Red Wings. By the way, I'm a huge hockey fan. I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania, Darren. You've heard of the Hershey Bears.
Yeah.
The American Hockey League.
Well, you got the chocolate, too.
Yeah, well, that's I grew up right next to the factory, but you know, I've been a big hockey fan forever, and so forth. In fact, Pete Conacher, Charlie Conacher was his father, got to know Pete real well. Charlie's in the Hall of Fame in hockey and so forth, so I do have a good connection. But it was a thrill for me to be around these great Hall of Famers. In those days, you know, you didn't think about autographs. I'm thinking, boy, why didn't I get all these guys autographs? And so forth, which was kind of silly. And you know, I through the years I've collected a lot of autographs, but you know, it was a thrill for me, and I was pretty young at that time, and you know, I just looked up to them all so much, and it was a great thrill for me.
No, that's awesome, Jim. And you know, there's like the synergy, because I don't know how many games I've listened to you and Dan Dickerson do. And what I like is what you mentioned back earlier when we were talking, as far as this is an enjoyable ball club to broadcast, right? They play small ball. They like, there's guys you can get behind, you know, maybe some guys that, for whatever reason, that are getting an opportunity. You mentioned Akil Baddoo and his flying helmet every time he rounds the bases, which is great. I'm a catcher at heart, right? I grew up, Lance Parrish was my guy. You know, I realized that I was better at punching people in the face than hitting a curveball, so I had to.
Well, I would always be right behind you, believe me.
There you go, but what about the catching staff, right? Because, you know, with Jake Rogers and you know, Divine Child's own Eric Haas and with what these guys are doing, and you know, we all knew Rogers obviously coming in the Verlander trade was a high prospect, but now he's actually hitting. And, you know, hit a grand slam the other night, but his bat looks a little different. Can you talk about that? About, you know, the confidence, like we're used to having a one-way catcher, but it seems like our guys behind the plate are actually, you know, putting some offense to the ball.
Well, both of them are very good defensively, number one. In fact, you know, Jake has stopped the running game. Nobody runs at all. Of course, the pitchers help out in that regard, but what Jake did is he used to have that high leg kick, and he would be off balance. In other words, off-speed pitches would get him off balance. But now he doesn't have much of a leg kick, and he stays through the zone a lot better now. Instead of trying to pull everything, he uses the whole field. So he's become a different hitter, and he's got the power. And as far as Eric goes, I like Eric a lot. You know, he brings energy when he plays. He plays left field also, and he catches, so which is kind of unique. But I like him with his energy and tremendous power. I mean, he's going to swing and miss. You know, they're both going to swing and miss because that's just their style. But I like the way that they're approach to hitting. In other words, don't try to pull everything. And the longer you stay through the hitting zone, the more power you have. It's like shooting a puck. If you shoot a puck and you come across it and don't follow through on it, you won't have the power. So it's very similar, and I think they've made the nice adjustments. And I think they have a tremendous future, and it's going to help this ball club a lot.
Thanks, Jim. I think you just fixed my golf game. I'm coming off it. I got to swing through it a little bit more. You know what, bro? You're the best. I know Mads has got something for you, but I want to say that when I wipe everybody's butt tomorrow at the sports media scramble, and I'm looking at my boss, Chad Johnson, when I'm saying that, is that I'm going to say it's all in honor of Jim Price. Gave me this little tip.
Good job, Jimmy.
Thank you.
I was just at the golf course a little bit ago, and buying some new clubs and so forth. So I'm getting back into golf myself.
I love it.
Nice,
Jim. It's good to hear your voice. It's sounding healthy. Last thing for you, I know you catchers stick together. AJ Hinch, what a difference he's made for this ball club. What do you see in him going forward?
Well, the thing I see in him is he doesn't miss anything. He doesn't miss a thing, and I think I'm pretty good at what I do. But he comes up with some things and go, you know what, you're right. So I can even learn a little bit from him. But I've known him for some time. Even he was with us for a little bit and so forth. But I like what he's done, and it's really a tribute to him and the coaches what they've done. In other words, they took this team, they molded the team the only way that they can play, and that is I explained that a little bit earlier. So what they've done, I'm really impressed with Hinch and the coaches and the adjustments they've made with this ball club to make an exciting ball club. They're fun to watch, and if you like the game of baseball the way it should be played, in other words, I'm tired of the home runs because the home runs are great, but the ball is listen, it's like a rubber ball. I mean, the ball just jumps. The bats of today are so much better. There must be 30 different types of bats. When I played, there was Adirondack and Louisville, and there was Chip. And the baseballs we hit in those days, you could actually put your fingerprint in. You can't put your fingerprint in these balls. They're so hard, and that's why they're flying like they are. So I like our style of play, and I think everybody else will too.
We appreciate your time, Jimmy. Go play some more golf before you got to get back to business against the Twins coming up. We're going to get some revenge.
All right, Tommy Pillar and Darren.
We'll see you down at the
good luck to all
ballpark.
you guys. Anything I can do, okay?
Appreciate
Thanks,
it,
Jim.
Thanks, man. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Jim
Bye-bye.
Price, Tigers radio analyst, and of course World Series champ at 68. And he happened to be at that game 50 years ago today, the anniversary of Tiger Stadium, the All-Star Game. 22 Hall of Famers in that game and 6 great home runs. So all good, man. All good. Home run derby last night was fun. Did you guys watch?
Did. Oh, yeah. You know what? Where I felt the most entertainment was, and our chats are pretty darn entertaining, but I love to actually see Twitter's reaction to everything going on. People are really, really funny. People's comments and then the random facts that they pick up of people. It's almost more fun to watch it as it's happening on social media than I feel like it could be watching it on TV.
I think poor Shohei got, I don't know, he just didn't have it in the beginning. Let's face it.
No.
I had my friend Paul Abramitis.
He tired himself out in the beginning.
He did. He wrote me, and he's like, Shohei is looking like Brandon Inge in the beginning because Brandon Inge was our guy. We sent him to the All-Star Home Run Derby, and he whiffed. He had a horrible time, the worst ever. And Shohei got that 0 for 10 start. He started getting going, and then at the end, the catcher stands up thinking that Shohei already won, when in fact he didn't. So he gets down in the crouch, and the ball comes, but it was too late. They blow the whistle, so he had to go to extra time, and he could not advance. He could not advance.
Soto went 3 for 3 in extra time.
I know. Soto put it away, but Shohei could have put it away before extra time had that catcher not stood up.
That catcher was like, just like Shohei, needed the interpreter. He was
no.
street
The
clothes
catcher, listen,
with
the catcher was the interpreter.
Oh, he was?
Yes, and the bullpen catcher was throwing. That was the interpreter behind the plate catching.
Well, not only that, but Shohei got his timeout, and someone is on the phone. Did you see that? How someone held a phone up to his head, and he was talking to somebody.
He's probably doing an interview.
Yeah.
He's probably doing
and
a live
the
interview.
announcers were
back in Japan. It was appreciated.
Yes. Now, Maz, you weren't here yesterday, but we did give out our picks. I mean, I was done right away. I had Shohei winning the whole damn thing. What did I call him yesterday? Oh, hey. You know when you combine the two names together.
Shohei. You said Shohei.
Shohei.
Yeah.
But then at the end I was like, it should be oh hey.
Mm-hmm. Poor guy.
Yeah.
If he would have got out of that first round, it might have been a different story.
But
He ain't beating Alonso. Alonso's a machine.
Thought,
he was too tired and whatever. It's like he's like a sports car.
I wanted the
Alonso's
Cinderella
like the friggin'
story.
tank.
Let me ask you
I wanted the
this.
Cinderella story, and I wanted him to just kind of really.
The Cinderella story is Mancini.
Stephen A. No, I feel like he is like everything. No, I agree with Mancini with him coming back from cancer, and that's what social media was really focusing on. They were like, "This is nothing. He's bouncing back from cancer."
Stage 3.
Yeah.
Colon cancer.
That's
impressive.
Incredibly impressive.
He's having a hell of a year. But what I want to ask you guys is, do you think the whole Stephen A. Smith thing wrecked Shohei?
That's what I was afraid of. Yeah. So I wanted it to be the other way around, right? I wanted Shohei to, at the end of this, say something crazy in English, like, I don't know, Stephen A., that was for you. It's like something like that. That's what I wanted, and it didn't happen. And then that's the same thing that I started thinking. I was like, what if all this got into his head?
Did. I think it wrecked him because people were asking him about it the whole entire day. He gets up there, and then he gets in a battle with Juan Soto, and I'll tip my hat. Alex writes, Maz, do you agree with me that Juan Soto can upset Shohei?
You weren't here. He called it yesterday.
He was saying on the show. He was the upset guy.
So I wrote him. I'm like, no way. And then the first 10 he missed it. I wrote, I take it back.
Yeah.
And he did.
So we had, I lost right away. I had Shohei winning the whole thing. You had
the winner.
You had the winner. You had Pete winning. Did you text your picks to D-Mac?
To the hook. I put it on the hook.
But you read it for him.
No, I didn't see nothing.
Yes, you did.
No. I put my picks in last night.
Maz had the finalists.
I don't think you picked the winner. You picked Mancini and Alonso to be in the finals.
Yeah. And I picked Alonso to win, and I picked Mancini to win. I put 2 bets on him. I bet 10.
That's
10
what I thought you did.
I put 10 to win on Alonso.
We did on the show for you.
Put the 1,000.
I put 10 to win on Alonso at minus 600, at plus 600. So I won 60.
I got it at 1,000.
Huh?
I got it at plus 1,000.
You got Alonso at plus
last
1,000?
week. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then I bet Mancini at plus 1,600. I put $5 on him. So I would have won $80 had he won for a minimal $5 bet. But, either way, I was going to win. But Alonso dominated. Here's how we finished it off, by the way.
As Alonso comes out of the timeout and walks it off. What a finish. Alonso defends his title, the 2021 Derby.
He puts the belt on, Mac. He puts the championship belt on. But did you guys see?
He ain't giving it up.
Did you guys see the fan going for a home run ball and falling?
This was the best.
Here it is.
Oh,
I mean,
good talk, though.
I would have been pissed if I was the guy in the blue. I would have been like, "Yo, bro." Oh no, but he was running for the ball too.
Look at that.
They were both
good talk, though. No serious injury. That's a good wrestling move. He tucked his head in, took it on the top of the shoulders.
He didn't fall on his head?
No.
Good for him.
Tucked it.
Thank goodness.
Excellent
because
fall.
Somebody has actually died doing that, so I don't.
Do you remember back? I
don't
remember how many years ago it was. Maybe 25 years ago. Monday Night Football. The Chicago Bears
the guy
fan
that dove and caught the extra point.
He jumped into the tunnel catching the extra point. I mean, it was sheer perfection. And then he landed down on his feet. They took him out. They let him go back to his seat, and he kept the ball. And they interviewed him for the 30 for 30 with the 85 Bears and everything. The guy's like a cult hero in Chicago, but we got to find that video before the end of the day, Alex. The Monday Night Football Chicago Bears fan that caught Kevin Butler's extra point. That's a big fall. You're jumping out of the stands, going into the tunnel. But that guy falling on his head there,
I'm like the
pretty
complete opposite fan. When stuff like that happens, there has been times that I've had these incredible seats or whatever, and a ball has come towards our section or whatever, and everybody's like standing up, and what do? I hide behind everybody that is standing up. I don't care about the ball. I don't want it hitting me and knocking me unconscious.
I was at the Yankee Stadium finale All-Star Game, and I forget how many years ago it was. I had a great seat. The guy falls from the upper deck, fell, and got caught on the net above.
Oh, my God.
Right in front of me.
Oh, my God.
Right in front of me. Like Spider-Man. Like a spider web caught him. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking about it the right way. But yeah,
were you traumatized? I mean, were you having nightmares about this?
It was horrible. We have to find that as well. Alex, you got more jobs to do. New York Yankee fan falling out of the stands at Yankee Stadium.
I'm sure that there's been multiple occasions.
Can I just say that I'm going to give the guy who fell credit because he's got a right field seat. And a lot of the bombs yesterday are going to left field. And if you watch closely during the final, during Alonso, everyone that was in right field moved over to the concourse area in left field, where Alonso was hitting almost half of them. He was hitting them above the stands into the concourse. And you can see after he won, all the stands in the right field are like half empty. It's crazy.
Everybody trying to catch the balls.
Hey, Jake Wegner on YouTube today. Stephen A. had no impact. Ohtani's pitcher warmed up. Couldn't put the ball over where he needed it until the end. Ohtani still tied it up, so he thinks it was the bullpen pitcher.
I hope so because it did kind of cross my thoughts too. Darren Hill on social media wants his props as props should be deserved. He called Alonso to win.
He did
yesterday too. So
he wrote me that. He texted me. Alonso's gonna win.
Yeah. Yep.
So what am I looking up, Maz?
Look up Yankee Stadium All-Star Game fan that fell.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And what was the other one I had you?
I'm sure
Chicago Bears Monday Night Football fan that jumped out of the stands.
See. I
Yankee Stadium.
It's okay. We got time.
I'm sure there's so many of those. I'm sure there's multiple ones of people falling from the stands trying to catch
So
a
you
ball.
guys like the home run derby, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Alex likes something else. When we come back, you're going to hear a special edition of Alex's edition. It's better than the home run derby. Keep it here on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month. We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call. We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads. They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
What's up, guys? D-Mac here for Coast. Yes, CoastPortland.com since 1919. Go check out all their stuff. Use WSN20 for 20% off. You can get headlamps and lamps and knives and even machetes and all that stuff. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, first responder, you got some stuff to do around the house, whatever it takes, you know what? I'm giving away gift certificates to fine folks. Coast have given me $100 gift certificates. So here at The Hook, we've created a contest, #HowWeCoast. Yes, tell me how you would use any of these products, any that you can help with outdoors. I know Tammy's used it for a headlamp for Petoskey stones, and Kevin's used it for around the house. You too can have them. All you have to do is #HowWeCoast. Tell them D-Mac sent you. If not, go to CoastPortland.com. Use WSN20 for 20% off.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. It is Tuesday, July 13th. I'm your girl, Pilar Laster. We've got Tom Masway back in the house with us. D-Mac is with us. All right, guys, it is about that time for us to get to our huge promo, a $25,000 kick for crypto promo. All you have to do is give us a call, 313-552-6322, and that, my friend, will qualify you for our promo event. Or if not, are we going to do one on social media as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can hit us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. It's going to be crypto Maz Attack.
No, All-Star.
Oh, Maz Attack was so much more fun.
Okay, do Maz Attack. I don't think they could spell it, though.
Well, because Maz is back, so I was going to say Maz is back, but it was like a Maz Attack.
Well, I just want anyone just to write in and represent the hook. We are the least represented team in crypto. Let's go, hookers. Somebody.
That's a soundbite right
let's
there.
Let's go. Come on.
Let's go, hookers.
Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Bunch of chickens.
Maz, we had a spelling bee on Friday.
I heard about that. Who won?
D-Mac did.
Oh my gosh. So I told my husband about this. I told my husband about this.
By my cross.
We just spell in Canada?
He was
Canadian?
kind of not listening to what I was telling him. At least I thought. And he's like taking food in and out of the fridge. And I was like,
yeah,
hey,
honey,
yeah, that was pretty much what it was. Like that. And he
That's
said,
awesome,
and I said, hey, baby, I go, so we did a spelling bee on the show today. And he goes, with you? And I said, yeah. He goes, how'd you do, honey? And I go, well, I came in second. And then I told him that you gave me
Taekwondo.
Oh yeah, Taekwondo. That was the first one. And he was like, yeah, but that's not even English.
I got a hard time spelling that.
That one was hard. That one was
Don't
hard.
worry. K-W-O-N-D-O.
And then Indomitian Sue.
T-A-I.
No. T-A-E. K-W-O-N-D-O.
But I told him, I said, at least I didn't start
First for
it.
4. Maz just got himself out.
I'd rather suck by myself.
Yeah, but I didn't when it comes to spelling.
No, you
There's
didn't.
certain
You were
things
really
that I
good.
suck by myself really good at. There's other things I don't.
You were
I
really
love
good.
grilled cheese.
Yes.
But I told him, I said, at least I didn't spell Taekwondo like Thai food, T-H-A-I. That he was like, that would have been really embarrassing. But he did agree that Indomitian Sue was kind of not cool. He
Not
felt like there was,
cool?
yeah, he felt like that was
Matt got Roethlisberger.
okay. That one's a little bit easier.
Spell it right now. Oh, you can't do it.
R-O-E-T. No, I forgot the I. R-O-E-I-T-H-E-I-L.
You put an I in there. It shouldn't have been
There is an I, but it's after the H.
T-H-I-E-L.
No.
Okay,
That's the L-I-S. Liz. L-I.
Roethlisberger.
Hey, Alex, thanks for
Yes,
making
look.
Pilar sure that she can go home tonight and say, no, honey, Tony, I really did lose. No, I was officially second.
So it was either Nadamakin, Roethlisberger, or Saltalamacchia was the three names that they had to
Saltalamacchia.
spell.
Why don't you give me Saltalamacchia?
That's great.
Spell Saltalamacchia then.
Saltalamacchia. S-A-L T-A-M-A-C-H.
Hang on, I gotta Google it.
You're close. I-A.
I-A.
I think you're right.
I am.
Saltalamacchia. S-A-L-T, salt, A-L-A-M-A-C-C-H-I-A.
Oh, C-C. I forgot the
told you,
C-C.
yeah.
That's right. Okay. Well, either way, he felt that was a bit aggressive towards me. Taekwondo, for me, was very difficult, and Indomitian Sue, he felt was.
I forgot what
not
NFL
fair.
star back in the 70s said Terry Bradshaw is so dumb that if you spotted him the C and T in cat, he couldn't spell. But he won Super Bowls. And he's very smart. As we know, he's still doing things. Come on.
So,
He's the man.
So, yes, we did have some fun with that. But my poor husband, when the face he made, was like, oh, man, Pilar, did you really embarrass yourself? I said, I came in second. Second out of third. You know. All right. Tom, hit us with your sports update.
All right. Brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Use the promo code Woodward. Come on. Tell them that you got it from Woodward. If you use Woodward, they're going to match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000. Don't forget the All-Star Game tonight. You can bet on that. There's parlays. You can bet who hits a home run, how many strikeouts. There are all types of prop bets, and you can bet the straight up too. American League is actually an underdog in this game. National League minus 110 is the favorite in the 91st All-Star Game, the Midsummer Classic, usually right down the middle. That's when baseball's at the halfway mark, and the Tigers right now not sitting great after that 4-game sweep. They are sitting at 40-51, and quite a number of games out of a playoff spot. Tonight, Shohei Ohtani, hopefully he's feeling good. He goes for the AL. Max Scherzer goes for the NL at Coors at 7:30. American League has won 7 in a row, 19-3-1 since 97. And the NL used to own this, because if they're 19-3-1 since 97, listen to this. AL only leads it 45-43-2. So you know the National League owned this thing back in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Last night, actually before that, Major League Baseball today, Rob Manfred had his press conference, and they're probably going to eliminate the 7-inning doubleheaders next year, and the runner on second in extra innings. They're thinking of taking that away. Before we leave off of this, Mac, do you like the 7-inning game? And do you like the runner on second?
I like the runner on second more in the 7-inning game. I get it with the double headers to speed it up, but I mean it's something to speed the game up. It didn't bother me as much as I thought it would, So
it doesn't bother me either.
No, so I thought it was better. Like the one that really messes with strategy is the guy that's got to pitch. The relief pitcher's got to pitch the 3 batters.
Got to pitch the 3 batters. I'm surprised they didn't take that one away.
That's the one I would have.
We'll see. Pilar, how about you?
I mean,
you like a 7-inning game versus a 9-inning game?
She's gone. What do you mean? She's gone by the 5th anyways. It don't matter.
She's there in the 3rd, gone in the 5th.
It doesn't really matter to me. I think I'm still eating by the 2nd, and then I'm kind of ready for my nap by the 5th. I'm telling you, the biggest. I regretted leaving a game early, because right as I was leaving a game early, I felt it was when the Dodgers came back from a game, just 3 home runs back to back, and I'm in the parking lot going like, crap, I should have stayed.
That's all right.
So I was going to say, I mean,
just like all the other
people around you.
I went for the food.
It's okay.
I went for the buffet.
Dodger dogs rock. Well, you didn't eat Dodger dogs. You ate a buffet. Sorry.
I had a buffet.
Met star Pete Alonso last night defended his home run derby title. He beat Baltimore's future comeback player of the year, Trey Mancini, 23-22 in that final round. He also hit a record 35 home runs in that first round. Just the 4th player to have multiple Derby championships. Game 4 of the NBA Finals tomorrow night for Milwaukee. Suns lead the Bucks 2-1. Milwaukee won on Sunday, 120-100. And Team USA falls again, 0-2 for the basketballers. They lose in the Olympic exhibitions. They lose to Australia, 91-83. They're looking for 4 straight Olympic gold medals next month in Tokyo. Pelicans hiring Suns assistant Willie Green as their new head coach. Sixers have opened up trade discussions on Ben Simmons. And let's go to this day in sports. A couple more from the All-Star Game. Let's start at 1999 Teddy Ball Game, known as Ted Williams. What a touching scene this was. At Fenway, throwing out the first pitch. Check this out.
Ted Williams will throw out tonight's ceremonial first pitch. He will throw it to Carlton Fisk. Kyle Yastrzemski on hand as well. A celebration here tonight in Boston. With help from Tony Gwynn.
Where is he? He's right there. Oh, all right.
Congratulations to Ted Williams. Congratulations to the game of baseball. Here tonight, a wonderful...
Ted Williams, 1999 at Fenway. And in that same game, we take it to this day in sports because the guy that started it, boy, was he great. Pedro Martinez. Check this first inning out.
Martinez in the American League. Just selecting the reserves, the pitchers for this. Goodbye, Larry Walker. See you later.
Stay tuned. Pedro doesn't look like he's losing anything.
4 in a row. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Bagwell. Runner goes, swing and a miss, struck him out, thrown down. Williams is gone, strike him out, throw him out, double play.
5 strikeouts out of the 6 batters he faced. He faced the minimum, of course, the great Pedro Martinez. So there you have it. As we send it back to Pilar and Alex's edition coming up here.
Yep, let's get straight to Alex's edition because we've been talking about the home run derby, which was a lot of fun, but there was actually another derby going on that Alex was so in tune
He's
to
fired up.
recognize. Yes, so Alex, take it away for us.
Yeah, so we go to Japan, where, of course, Shohei Ohtani is from, and it's appeared that they were kind of struggling to get a home run derby going. Actually, not really, but since Shohei Ohtani was there, they resorted to a different kind of derby called the bunt derby, and I give that to you right now.
것 같아요. 네, 투수를 강영훈 선수는 거의 버트
curling.
5점. 첫 번째 만점이 왔습니다.
It's like bunt curling.
박경민 두 번째. 이번에도 속도가
좋아요.
So they get points based on like how close to.
강영민 선수는 워낙 번트를 또 많이 뛰기 때문에
잠깐만.
4점을 주는군요. 오전 선수.
I wonder how I would do.
네 번째.
볼을 거의 잘 되라고 주네요.
They're just lobbing it up there. Why don't they just throw a fastball? Make it real.
어필을 좀 해야 돼요.
그렇죠. 투수 제한해야 되네.
그렇죠.
I've never been to a game in Japan. I don't know.
19점입니다. 19점이죠.
Even I could bunt
대단합니다.
with this kind of pitching.
코스가 좋아요.
Right? I mean,
Bump.
slow motion.
Pilar might even be able to
I
score
was
on
gonna
this.
say, I mean, I'm actually a pretty good button.
So that's what you got for us?
Yeah,
That's your edition?
That is the bunt derby.
I love
I mean,
that.
they got points based on, like, as you could see, how close they were to the target. And, I mean, are you guys opposed to the MLB doing this? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I want
I
them
feel like
to.
it would be so much fun if you saw some of these incredibly talented athletes.
Who's the best bunter in the MLB right now, you think? Is there even an argument? Do we even know?
I'm going to give it to Robbie Grossman. He squeezed home a run for us a couple of weekends ago, if you remember that one.
On
Billy
a bunt?
Hamilton.
Billy Hamilton's
Yeah.
good.
I
Anyway, if they're going to do a bunt contest, it's got to be at least with a 60, 70 mile an hour pitch, not a lob
that's what
ball
I'm saying.
like
I mean,
that.
this is like a,
Right,
let
like
me give it to
batting
you
practice.
real.
Yeah, like batting practice at least. That's my pick on that.
All right, well.
Well, thank you, Alex.
Yeah, that was
You're
a lot
welcome.
of fun. I'm actually, there's lists of best bunters in Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Read them off.
Juan Pierre, Chicago White Sox, is the number
That's
one.
long ago.
He's good.
Oh, this is
He
in
doesn't play anymore.
today.
That's not today. He hasn't played
Elvis
in years.
Andrus,
Okay.
Tony Gwynn Jr., Brett Gardner.
Yeah,
No,
these are old. These are old.
These are older.
These are old.
Oh, these are from 2011.
Yeah, these are old
Yeah.
timers.
All right, well,
Hey.
you had to Google it fast.
Hold on. Pilar, that's when you said, yeah, you knew. You're doing your best Maz impersonation of living in the past.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. What MLB team bunts the most?
Is this current?
Yeah, I don't know. This is just on. Just guess. All right, this is just
The Cardinals.
Google.
We don't know how the Googler works.
This is
Alex,
just a
whatever
fast
came
Google.
up.
Just currently.
Okay, I'm going with the St. Louis Cardinals.
You think it's
no.
got to be an NL team. Arizona.
You're closer, but not quite. Alex, you want to
Like
take a stab
closer
at
geographically or closer?
gotta be out in LA.
Yeah,
that
geographically.
it? Well, yeah,
gotta be
geographically. It was a
NL.
little bit closer.
San
I felt like he
Diego?
was
San
way over-
Diego Padres.
No, now
No,
you went
they're
too
home run
far.
hitters.
Now you went too far. You wouldn't think of it being here. You would think that this place would be more.
Dodgers.
No. You think that this place would be more of a home run.
Oh, the Giants?
Colorado?
San Fran?
Colorado. Who said Colorado?
I did.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you would think
Colorado.
that that's a home run park.
With for as many. Well, it's not
Well, they
at the
stink.
park, but it's the team.
Yeah, the Rockies stink.
But you would
so.
think that having so many games in Colorado that they would have so much.
Maz, I was actually looking at the standings last night during the Derby, and the Rockies have the same record as the Tigers
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So I
They-
don't think they stink that bad. Well, they stunk in the
They're
beginning.
good at home.
Yeah.
They're good at home. Arizona's good at home, and they stink.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, guys. Who wants a little bit of a debate? Who's up for a debate here
I'm
on
up
the
for
hook? You guys up for a debate on our social
Jeff,
media?
you up for a debate?
Hit
I'm always ready, Mass.
Good.
Let's
hit
go.
us up at Woodward Sports, because when we come back, this is going to be our first ever Hooks Debate Club. It's going to be a lot of fun, or probably a lot of screaming and offending of people. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the newest Bridge Street Exchange, not only in downtown Fenton, now in the Somerset Collection. Located on the second level, south side, right next to Lululemon and Starbucks. This is where you can get all the hottest barware, or men's grooming products, or clothing, or, oh, that's what you meant. Don't forget they got some cool hats too, and it's a lot of great local Michigan-owned companies that you're supporting. And don't forget, all under $3. You're such a loser. But for real, take advantage, 15% off if you come in here. Tell Kevin that Woodward Sports sent you. Or stop!
Hey, we're live. It's Maz with Legacy Partners Insurance. You know what you need. If you need home insurance, you need car insurance, the place to go is Legacy Partners. Why? Because they're a local agency that knows the local insurance market. They're independent. They get lots of quotes. They make carriers compete for your business. So if you want auto or a home, you've got between 7 and 10 carriers that will compete for your business. If you need something for your business, they'll go to over 50 carriers for your commercial accounts. They also got life insurance, and they'll do something for your, what do you call those things? Your Blue Cross, Blue Shield. Healthcare stuff, too. They do all of that. They've been doing it since 1919, over 100 years, the last time I counted. And you can trust their reputation and knowledge. It's a no-brainer. If you haven't tried to change your insurance in a year, your insurance has gone up. I promise you that. Go to Legacy Partners, INS/Woodward Sports, and you will have a landing page there. Fill out a little information, and they will call you. Team Maz will get in touch with you. Or if you want to just call, 586-209-4106. Legacy Partners Insurance. Tell them Maz sent you.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, let's have a little bit of fun up in here.
Let's not have fun yet. Let's tell people about tomorrow, where we're going to be.
Oh, okay, you got that.
I do. Tomorrow we will be on location. You guys can come and see us. We're going to be live at Cherry Creek Golf Club tomorrow in Shelby Township. It's the Detroit Sports Media Association Charity Golf Scramble. Lady Jane's, Wicked Awesome Wishers, and Woodward Sports, the sponsors there. Mac, you're going to be playing tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about what you've done with this Detroit Sports Media in the past. I mean, this is great. Jennifer Hammond, the president there, she will be there. The whole team will be there. Morning show, midday show, and us.
Well, it's just it's a great opportunity to get together with the other media people in this town. And the one thing about the Detroit Sports Media, and if you've been around long enough to get into it, it's it is the culture. It is the old boys network, even though it's led by a girl. It's that sort of mentality.
She's one of the guys, though.
She's yes, all dude. But it's the love of so. I look at it with the sports media. It's a way to get together and because it's a separate team, and for the ones that are in it for everybody else, over the years of guys like, I think it's Tom Kowalski that we've lost, who was a great Lions guy. So it's just another support system and something that, all the media people that have their opinions and different things, whether they're reporters or not, this is where you find out who is in the media world. When I say don't tell me what, tell me who, well, the who's who will be there, and the fact that, you see, to me, it's more of, I look around to the Detroit Sports Media and who have I gotten older with, who's been around, and not only just between the people that you're looking for, but the sponsorships, and you look at like Chad and Lady Jane's and different things, but that's because part of the culture and part of this Detroit. So it'll be an exciting time. Hopefully, it's supposed to be a nice day. So
yeah,
you guys are coming to my turf,
I'm
from
Heights?
the TWIP. No, the TWIP.
The TWIP.
We call it the TWIP.
The township. The TWIP.
Township.
Shelby.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It's like 5 minutes away from my house.
So you're a TWIP.
Oh, that's going to be an easy ride for you then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just going to add in, it's about 22 for me.
There you go.
Oh, okay, thanks, Jeff.
Might be my TWIP too.
There you go, Jeff.
Okay.
Hey, it starts at 8 o'clock registration for all the golfers. Not sure if you can get in anymore, but we'll find out for you. 9 o'clock golf starts. And we'll
what
go
time
from
does
there.
that say the shotgun starts?
9 o'clock. 9 a.m.
Oh,
You're going to be there
you
early,
gotta get up early.
Shotgun start at 9 a.m. Uncle Ray's Chip Challenge at 8:30. Jim Brandstatter will be there for that MC. And then Dan Miller will MC the program after it's all done, after it's all said and done. The great Dan Miller, voice of the Lions.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Good event.
So we'll
Great
see you
event,
tomorrow
yes.
at Cherry Creek Golf Course in Shelby Twip.
And
We'll be there all day, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We'll bring
listen,
cherries
hold on.
from the Cherry Festival.
Gentlemen, that was pretty. You better cut that because that was pretty. Like that was.
I don't even know
as
what I'm
cool
cutting
as
from this
Matt
show.
can be right there.
For
He just
sure.
dropped that, and I was like that.
Yeah, he kept it together. It was good.
He had some old school pimp on that.
Mac, I already know what I'm clipping from this show is when. By the way, we still need someone for the crypto thing.
Come on, hookers.
Let's go, hookers.
Let's go,
Yes.
hookers.
Yes,
Get in,
yes,
hookers.
All right, let's get to some debate. We've got some really cool debate music or something for
Dun,
this?
dun, 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 dun. That's the Judge Judy music. But
Dun, dun, dun.
You want me to play
All right.
People's Court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me find People's Court.
I feel like a good
Love
debate.
doing this live on the air.
no filter here on the
You
hook.
don't have anything already memorized. Yep, this works. It's okay. All right, let's get this debate started, everybody.
I was on the high snare. Did you hear me? I was on the high snare the whole time. Anyways.
All
All right, what are we
right, do
debating?
you want us to take a break while you find this? You're
No,
very
no, do it.
okay.
He's just gonna play in the middle of when we're talking about something.
Exactly.
Sort of like
All
a
right, guys, so
Castellanos
first
home run.
question.
Exactly.
Mariners and Castellanos.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Just keep it under us a little bit lower.
All right.
There you go.
All right, the first question up for debate. Which of these sports is most difficult to accomplish? A hole-in-one in golf? Or a perfect game in baseball?
Well, that's easy.
D-Mac.
That's easy because I have 2 hole-in-ones. So it's got to be the perfect game in baseball, but also, too, when you're combining an individual sport against a team sport, the team sport's harder because you got to count on more players. 27 outs in the baseball team is not just you. The golf ball, the golf hole, me, I got a whole lifetime to do it. Haven't had one since 2016, but the hole-in-one is the right answer.
Sounds
a
good.
hole-in-one is harder than the...
No, the perfect game's harder than
the
the
perfect...
hole-in-one.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. All right, Tom Mazaway, which would you say is more difficult?
No, perfect game without a doubt because anybody can go out on a golf course on any given day and hopefully, you know, if you're a decent golfer, you have a shot.
You don't even have to be a decent golfer.
Just got to get lucky on a par 3, short par 3 and hole it. For a what? What do they call it? Ace.
For a hole
So definitely a
in
perfect
one.
game.
You guys hit us up on our social media to play along at Woodward Sports.
Alex is playing too.
Alex?
And Jeff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jeff can play too. I'm saying hole-in-one just because, you know, I'm going to disagree with you, Mac, on the fact that, you know, the 27 outs is a team game. You know, the reason why it's hard is because you're relying on other people to help do it for you. So, I mean, I'm saying hole-in-one. Hole-in-ones are freaking a rare breed, and
Yeah, but you can have. Okay, that's your opinion.
Well,
and
let's
it's wrong.
debate.
It's wrong. No, like seriously, you could sit there and
I'd rather
your
suck
whole
by
life.
myself.
How are you gonna get a perfect game? You got to get through. Like, there's so many things that have to happen. Even if you have the best stuff in league and nobody touches you, what if the catcher, the umpire screws you with a ball 4? There's so many things going into that other than you going out there and getting lucky with one shot. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's luck all the time, though. I think you have to be a good golfer to hit a hole-in-one. I mean,
That is
goes to
I've
show
watched
that you-
I've watched hole-in-ones from guys that are worse than Maz. So
Here,
I
let me
disagree.
give you some insight from someone who's never golfed, but I played a little baseball. I would have to go with the perfect game only because I feel like the aspect of everything has to go right makes some sense there. Because if I go onto a golf course and there's different types of courses or whatever, I think there's a chance with the right swing I can get a hole in
Listen.
one. But there's a lot of factors that have to just...
Yeah, but here's the whole thing, right? Like you said with everything else, but you can hit. I've made shots that have hit the trees and whatever, and came on the green, went in the hole. Like there's different. Like there's a luck, there's a skill, there's something. But most people going for the hole in one, right? most people going for the hole in one are going for more than one time. It just
right. That would be my bottom point.
So let me just put this into perspective. So how rare is a perfect game in baseball? You might want to ask when debating this. Over the 150 years of Major League Baseball history and over 218 400 games played, there have been 23 official perfect games by the current definition.
Should have been 24.
It says official by the current
I know,
definition.
it should have been 24.
Okay.
Armando Galarraga.
I was say yep. I was gonna say social media was saying that too. No pitcher has ever thrown more than one. On the flip side, well, in the 1920 season on the PGA Tour, there was 36 so far, to be exact, hole-in-ones. So I feel that, and then it also shows that the average golfer has a 12,000 to 1 shot at making an ace. So I feel that just over how many times it's been accomplished and how many times it's been attained, we're going to have to give it to the perfect game in baseball. I'm sorry, Alex.
It's okay. We can agree to disagree.
Okay, but you're wrong.
Okay.
Next question. I didn't mean it like that, but
No, she meant it like I said it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Which is more difficult? A hat trick in hockey or a hat trick in soccer?
Again,
D-Mac.
I've got one in the hockey, so it can't be that hard. So I'm going to say soccer.
I second that. D-Mac got it, and he got a couple. He got a few. How many he got?
I just got one.
Just one?
Just do it in game one.
That's
well,
good.
I got one in exhibition, but that don't count.
I count that.
Okay, 2 then.
I count
All
that.
right,
That's Toronto.
Alex.
I'm
Toronto.
going soccer
Toronto.
is the most difficult just because, like I watched the Euros over the weekend, that teams struggled to score 3 goals combined,
I
let
agree.
alone by one player. So I'm going soccer.
That's easy.
Yeah, Alex made my point. Soccer, you don't see as much, getting in the goal. Lately with hockey, there's chances they can get up there. At soccer, Adam's betting on draws, the 1-in-1
Right.
and 0-0.
Plus
so.
soccer, they're all falling down anyway.
Right,
faking
a lot of
injuries.
flopping. So
you don't
you
have
know
enough
what?
time.
I'll go soccer.
You don't have enough time.
All right. Next question. I feel the same way. So that was a unanimous. Which is more difficult to accomplish? And you guys can play along with us at Woodward Sports on our social media. 300-yard passing game in football or a 300 game in bowling?
Start with Tom.
Tom Mazaway.
Oh, 300 game in bowling, without a doubt.
Without a
What
doubt.
does that
It's
even
harder.
mean?
That's a perfect game. 12
That means
strikes in a row.
12
perfect.
strikes in a
12
row.
strikes in a row.
I mean, that's okay. Go on. I mean, anybody can throw for 300 yards in this league. All right.
Oh,
Tom, I mean, D-Mac.
No, exactly. The bowling.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
The next question.
Alex.
I feel bad for writing these questions now because looking back on them are kind of easy.
Well, no.
I
the
mean,
next
300
question's a good question, and this is where Maz and I will probably.
All right, sir. Are we unanimous
I
in
didn't
this
even-
one? Bowling a perfect
Yes, bowling.
score. Okay. All
Hey,
right.
Jeff didn't get his.
All right,
shot.
listen, let me slide in real quick. It's bowling because we saw Taysom Hill almost get 300.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you can
That's like D-Mac scored a hat trick.
Dan Orlovsky threw for 300.
do. Yeah,
I
I
think.
mean,
No,
you
he
can do
didn't.
dump passes,
No,
and
he
there's,
didn't.
100 yards
Okay,
of dump passes.
can we
I've
alter
seen.
the question a little? How about 400 yards passing in a game?
Too
Still
late.
That's
bowling?
still, yeah, that's still pretty common though,
Yeah.
and it's a passing league. I mean, Ryan Fitzmagic gets 400 yards a game. I mean, that's.
Your favorite.
I'm just saying. Okay, here we go.
Not biased at all.
Not at all. But I'm just saying. All right, next one. Which is more difficult, shooting par in golf or averaging 210 in bowling?
Now, I did this question for the average Joe. The average good player. A good golfer versus a good bowler.
Which is harder?
Yeah.
Shooting par.
I would say
Shooting par only because of what all the technical stuff that goes into it, and as far as if you grind on that lane or whatever to be able to get down to 210, I think there's more opportunity in that. It's just the time that goes in to shoot par is ridiculous.
All right, Tom Mazaway.
I'm a bowler. I average over 200, so I'm going to do what Darren said. If I can average over 200, then shooting par is a lot harder. No doubt about it.
Okay, Alex.
I'm saying shooting par just because in golf you have to read greens, you have to read the wind, you have to do your club selection, whereas in bowling, take it from me and all my experience in playing Wii Sports Bowling, one of the greatest sports video games of all time.
Wii Sports Bowling is.
If you hit that honey hole between the first pin and whatever the third or the second pin is, you're pretty likely to get a strike or at least set yourself for a spare. No, the 1-3 pocket. Thank you, Maz. So,
or the 1-2 pocket if you're a lefty.
Yeah, 1-2 pocket. Okay.
No, it's got to be shooting par. I mean, my bowling skills, I can get about 100 something. So I think if I work hard enough, I can get to the Maz level. The par is not there.
You got to average it now. You got to average 210.
That's a different discussion, actually.
You got to average 210.
So social media is pretty much unanimously saying golf on this one. I'm going to agree. I have a friend who I didn't even know she bowled, and she can bowl 200. She's always bragging about that. So I'm going to say, yeah, par in golf is pretty hard. All right, next question. Which is more difficult? 50-point game in basketball or a no-hitter in baseball? D-Mac.
You know,
I know Andrew. Andrew Tucker's in on
I guess
our
I'm going to
social-
say 50 points in basketball. I mean, I don't, for the average person or for a basketball player, it happens, but it seems like the same guys do it over and over again.
Right. Tom?
No hitter.
Really?
Yeah, even though there's been 7 or 8
Actually,
no-hitters.
how many of them have there been this season?
Well, there've been 7 or 8 this season.
You know what? I changed mine. That's true. That it is a no-hitter, even though for a lot of
it's still, we stop what we're doing to watch a no-hitter being thrown. We don't stop what we're doing to watch, what's his name? Pick a basketball player.
James Harden. Yeah, John Morant had 50. So
yeah, John Morant, James Harden, LeBron
Tons
James.
of guys.
You think I'm going to give a shit if LeBron James gets 50? I don't give a shit.
I do.
Steph Curry. How about somebody you actually like?
Steph Curry, if he gets 75, 80, yeah. He should this year coming up. He's going to break some record. I know it.
All right.
I'm going 50-point game just because. I mean, I played basketball back in high school, and
back
in my day, and I would struggle to score 10 points. So to score a 50-point game in basketball, you got to be out there for at least 38, 40 minutes of that 48-minute game, and you got to at least shoot really close to 50%, unless you're, people like Russell Westbrook or James Harden, where you're shooting more than 60, 70% of your team's shots. So there's a lot of factors that go into a 50-point game, I feel like, whereas the perfect or the no-hitter in baseball, you just throw it down, throw a good the fastball.
Hey, Mike Gee says Alex saying honey hole is a drop. I picked that up too, by the way,
Andrew,
Mike.
I thought on social media you were going to put basketball, but you put baseball. You put the no-hitter, huh?
Yeah, it was a no-hitter. It was an easy decision for me.
It was an easy decision for you.
Yeah,
you said,
because
why?
I think now these days with NBA, there's no defense. So anyone can score 50 points. I mean, Blake Griffin scored 50 points. Blake Griffin scored 50 points like 2 years ago. It was no big deal. I mean,
Blake can do it. Come on.
Listen,
yeah.
Andrew saying it's baseball reifies that it's the end of the story. It's baseball.
I'm gonna come at you guys spitting some facts though. That's gonna change all y'all's minds. All right.
I played basketball. I would have to say the no-hitter because the 50-point. I mean, especially nowadays.
You also flip your hair.
Yeah, that is also another talent I do. But anyway, the NBA nowadays, especially with the refereeing, I mean, it's easier to guys get. They can shoot 25 free throws. So I mean, if you get a couple field goals, you shoot 25 free throws.
No hitter's special, man.
Yes,
I don't
no-hitter.
care how many they've done this year. It's special to throw a no hitter.
So I'm going to disagree with all y'all, and I'm going to say that a 50-point game in basketball. Why? Because barely. On February 19th, 2021, this article was written. Jamal Murray makes NBA history by scoring 50 with no free throws. So
that's a rare occurrence. That was impressive, though.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
I feel like that's, and not only that, if you look at on Wikipedia, which is always right, because we can all go in there. And
now, can I ask a question? Was the question 50 points? Was the question
is a 50-point game in basketball or
no? Was the question 50 points with no fouls?
No,
no free throws.
Didn't say that.
It says 50 points, but even still, I got another stat to spit at you real quick.
Keep spitting.
Only
you're
7 players have
wrong.
scored 50 or more points on more than one occasion. So it's not like
but that's,
people can get lucky.
How many have done it on one occasion?
People can get lucky.
How many have done it on one occasion? People can get lucky. The question is a no-hitter or a thing. The no-hitter's got to be, to your point, to your stats.
Okay, well, here we go. As far as the list of most 40-point games is concerned, because that's the one that's
Not most. I want to know how many individual 50-point games
so
have been had.
Well, I don't. Okay, who is?
So until you can prove that, then it's baseball.
No, you're wrong.
We did see Jamal Crawford get 50 at like 30-something years old, like a couple of years ago. So, I mean, he's a good scorer, but I feel like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion, just from playing basketball.
Well, anyways, and there's only 8 or 7 people that have gotten more than one game where they've had 50 points or more. Michael Jordan, how many do you guys think he had?
10.
Oh, my God, you're really close.
11. Yeah, I would have said about 10 to 15, something like that.
No.
9?
You're close if you were to subtract 1.
8. 7?
8. Alex got it correct.
No, I said 11.
So I was 2 off. All right.
So I'm going to have to say a 50-point game in basketball. You guys let us know.
I think this is
your
closer than we
thoughts.
think, but you're still wrong, Clark.
No, I think you guys are wrong. You guys just don't want to look at the facts.
The facts you're telling me twice.
Facts.
The facts aren't the facts. You have not given me how many people in NBA history have scored 50 points. You've given me 7 that have scored over 50 twice.
And MJ's the greatest scorer of all time, so his 8 is like that's its own island. Maybe Kobe 2 is up there, but I mean, it's I don't know.
Kobe wasn't on this list.
We can agree to disagree, as Alex says.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
and
both
that's
can
fine.
be right.
Kobe had 81, so he's got to be somewhere on that list.
What did he score in his last game? 65?
He had 60 in his last game.
Yeah, 60 in his last.
He's definitely had 50 multiple times.
118. Wilt had 118 50-point games.
Wilt's on here. Wilt has it for 4 times.
Well, he was playing against plumbers, so you know what? We'll save that one for.
Yeah, Wilt's on this list.
Good point.
4 times.
It was great,
He had
though.
that. So, all right, guys, keep letting us know your thoughts on social media at Woodward Sports. Who you think has it more difficult in their sport? Trying to get a 50-point game in basketball or a no-hitter in baseball? All right, when we come back, let's get to a little bit of NFL round table discussions, because you know what? July is a pretty slow month, but July is almost halfway over for us. So nobody go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Ever since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot.
And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
To win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Oh, sorry. D-Mac, what's up? It's Wednesday, hump day for all you out there. Don't tell me what, tell me who.
It's Tuesday.
Born in Detroit, made.
It's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. All right. It's Maz's worst day. He hates TB12 and Tuesdays. I don't care. But made in Detroit. See,
Wish it was
this is
Wednesday.
award-winning vodka, born in Detroit. 8 Mile vodka, distilled in single 90-liter batches, allow for optimal quality control and care. Carbon-filtered, air-rated bottle at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character all its own. Exceptional premium vodka, chilled straight or whatever. Go to any bar in the area. Ask for 8 Mile vodka. Go to Meyer and get your bottle to drink at home like Pilar. But if you do like her. Drink responsibly. I'm trying to make it Wednesday so that I don't have to get up early tomorrow. And it's already done, and I would have missed the golf, and then I was psyching my... No.
I got you. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow we're live from Cherry Creek Golf Club in Shelby Twip.
Yes.
Woo!
Twip.
Or Township for people who aren't hip like us. For the Detroit Sports Media Association Charity Golf Scramble. So come out, say hi, and, you know... I don't know.
Watch
Say hi,
Darren
have some
play.
Fun.
Watch Matt.
Darren's gonna be playing. Cheer on Darren.
Don't cheer. No, it's okay.
Or come see me and Jeff.
Maz will be out there
Go
telling
see
everybody
Darren
why golf sucks.
Get a hole in one. Yeah, exactly. Well, Tom Masway is gonna be out there talking about.
I would
the
never
golf.
do that at a golf course.
Never. When you're off in your car heading off the premises, that's your golf.
Actually, I enjoy myself when I'm there. You know, once I'm there, and it's fun to watch.
Sure, it is.
Not
it's
to
a
play.
good time.
to watch a little.
Plane's
Watch
fun
a couple
too.
of holes and then get the hell out of there. I mean, I'm not going to play 18 holes. It's boring.
I feel like you would take my approach that I take to going to a baseball game. Play a couple holes, have some good food, have a couple drinks, and then leave.
Get a cigar.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Have the good parts, and then
How
bounce
about the young
early.
guy guys? Juicy, you like playing golf?
I'm a putt guy, you know?
Yeah.
So no, I don't. I don't play golf.
And Alex?
I have resorted to disc golf ever since the pandemic started because I learned that it's a lot cheaper to play and a lot less frustrating to play than actual golf. But if someone were to invite me out to a round of golf, I have clubs and I am somewhat able to play.
D-Mac will invite you.
Well, he hasn't yet, so...
He will. He will.
He's
I don't
giving
even
me the
have
desk
clubs.
there right now. Oh, he just... Okay.
Wait, didn't
Andrew,
I see a
I
picture of
was
you and Tim
listening 'cause
Pierce
I knew
hanging out
Maz
on your
was gonna-
social media?
Was going to put
That's
the-
Nick Leach.
For me to,
Probably.
it was
but you know
Nick.
what? I'm not in charge of my golf schedule, Alex. So
It's no worries.
Andrew, do you play golf? Do you
and
like
if you weren't
it?
Maz's son, I'd invite you right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm not a golf guy. I'm more of a top golf guy. Like I like to go to top golf a lot.
Okay.
Like it's like 20 minutes away.
That'd be a
so I
fun.
It's the
That'd be a
event
fun.
thing, yes. Yo,
that'd
there's
be a
that
fun
other
show
thing, that X golf or extreme golf.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever
it's
that
with
they
the, it's
have.
with the screen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
that
like a
might
no
be
buy.
fun too.
What is that?
It's like where they have like the golf simulator on the screen where like you hit the ball on the screen and like you play like whatever course you want to.
Yeah, and they've got food and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
So I've heard. I haven't been able to go yet.
How about frolf, like George Costanza plays? Frisbee golf. Frolf.
That's what disc golf is.
I know that, but it was frolf back in the 90s. That's what it was called.
Okay.
George Costanza played. But I digress.
Charlie said, I'm a golfer. The older I get, the less frustration I show. I had a hard time having fun golfing when I was younger. I kind of agree with that. I had a really hard time having fun with it, too, because I wanted to be this really good golfer, and now I just want to go out there and have fun.
We played on a par 3 when I was a kid, but it was right off the highway. I've told you guys this story before. Literally off a highway in Jersey, where it's a major highway. Trucks, everything is going by, and we would just try to hit it over the net onto the road to try to hit a car or a truck. That was it.
That's
That's what we
terrible.
did.
People can get hurt like that.
Well, that's what you do in Jersey City.
Hey, Maz, were you
Awful.
near the Tilt-A-Whirl up at the
Oh my
Cherry
God,
Fest?
that was the day before we got there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that ride up in Traverse City.
Rumble, yeah, that people had to jump on the back so it didn't flip
Did you guys
over.
show that video?
No.
We'll have to pull that video up. That's another video for
Wow,
you. Traverse
yeah, we're
City
gonna
ride
talk about this.
mistake.
Maz, I'm sorry, but I haven't even pulled up the other
That's
two.
okay.
I couldn't
We'll
find
do
them.
it. We never expected it. I'm good.
Wow.
Nothing against you. I
Hey,
just
listen, would you keep your dinner time table conversation when you
Yes,
berate your
right,
son?
right.
Right? I already had to deal with the negativity of Stephen A. Smith today.
Table conversation.
I just
dinner
have very
time
low
conversation.
expectations. That's all. So I don't get disappointed.
All right, guys.
You already give me enough videos to pull up before the show. I can only do so much.
I know, bro.
Don't worry, Alex.
Son,
All right, guys.
don't worry.
Alex, if he really wanted it, he would have thrown it in behind that other video to show the contrast, right?
Uh-huh.
But he didn't.
No,
Right.
but he didn't. So then he went to his low
Cricket.
expectations and would ask you, but not expect anything.
I because do everything, people man. nowadays are
No,
idiots.
I know you can't, but that's what you said you would have done.
Yes.
All
I would have
right.
done a lot of
Sticking up
things.
for you.
Stay
I would have
woke,
done a
yo.
lot of things.
Yep, stay woke,
I think
yo.
it's a crock of shit.
Okay, here we go,
absolutely
guys.
is.
Let's go on ahead and get to our NFL roundtable. You know, July is a quiet time for the NFL. But like I said before the break, we're almost halfway through the month, guys. So let's have a little bit of fun with our predictions for the 2021 season. And of course, you guys hit us up on our social media at Woodward Sports and let us know who you think will fall under this category. The first one is, who do you think will be the breakout player of the year? Tom, let's start with you.
I like Dallas's CeeDee Lamb. I like Dak Prescott coming back this year, being strong. I like that Dallas offense when he's there, obviously, with Zeke in the backfield, CeeDee Lamb. And I'm not a fan of who's the other guy on the other side? That screwed me in fantasy last year. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper. I just think he's overrated, to be perfectly frank. And I think CeeDee Lamb has he's wearing 88. He's wearing Michael Irvin's number, Des Bryant's number. I think it's his coming out party. I'm going with CeeDee Lamb.
All right.
That's
There's
a good-
Michael Gallup there, too, who's getting a lot
he's
of
good,
love, too. So
there's a lot of expectations, and I'm going to keep this one closer to home. And, whether he does or he doesn't, how it's used. But I look to DeAndre Swift to have a breakout year for our team with the team that's being put at the Lions, not only to protect Jared Goff, but he's going to be an integral asset, not only running the ball, but catching the ball in the backfield.
I would love to see those words fruition to the truth. Because my thing with DeAndre Swift is I'm so afraid he's going to end up splitting that backfield too much. And I would just like to see him let loose and do what he can do. So I would love to see that actually come to fruition. I'm going to say that my breakout player of the year is going to be Kyle Pitts. I think he's going to be that click that they need in Atlanta. We all know that Matt Ryan can sling the heck out of the ball. It's not that he didn't have options to throw to, but now he's got a very versatile option. So I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts.
All right.
You guys want to play along, Alex?
NFC East with what Matt said with CeeDee Lamb, and I'm going with Daniel Jones, quarterback for the New York Giants. He really started to come on at the end of last season, and the Giants actually looked like a competent football team, almost making that winning the division and getting that playoff spot in the NFC East. And I still think the NFC East is going to be a weak division this season, which leads me to believe that the Giants may come out on top this year, being led by Daniel Jones. He has Saquon Barkley coming back from injury this season. He's got a new weapon in Kenny Golladay and coming over from free agency in Detroit.
Your style, kid.
As we all know, they got a new weapon in Kadarius Toney via the draft. And like I said, he showed some promise at the end of last season, and I'm looking for Daniel Jones to have a good third year in the NFL.
Well, there was your Valentine to your father.
Thank you, son.
I might just kiss Maz's butt a little more because I'm going CeeDee Lamb, and there's a couple reasons why. Amari's already shown he's inconsistent, and Gallup, he's obviously on the last year of his deal, or he might be on the way out soon. Trade, and CeeDee Lamb for sure is going to be the number one on that team. I mean, besides Amari Cooper, I can see Dak coming back, and they're a throw-heavy team. Ezekiel, I love him, but.
So Amari Cooper was also very inconsistent last year without his quarterback.
No, in both year prior to. He's one of those guys that might go off for 100 plus years and then like 100 plus yards the next game.
He'll
he
be
might
easily double covered too.
Well, that's a lot of people in the league too, but it's just I got CeeDee Lamb. That's my pick. So.
I like this pick. I'm not hating on it.
No,
Listen,
I get you.
I would love CeeDee Lamb to have a big year. I would love for all three of those receivers, Gallup, Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb to have huge years. All right, guys, next question. Make sure that you are hitting us up on our social media at Woodward Sports, letting us know your thoughts on who you think is going to fall under each of these categories. Okay, next question is Rookie of the Year. Who do you think is going to run away with that title? Tom Mazaway.
I got Najee Harris. Najee Harris, Pittsburgh, former Alabama stalwart. I love him. He's the only running back that Pittsburgh has. I think they're going to ride him, and I think he's going to be Jerome Bettis Part 2.
Fun fact about Najee Harris, Maz, he actually had 0 fumbles in all 4 years of his college career at Alabama. That's a stat that's awesome. NFL scouts really hang their hat on, and that's probably why he ended up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, that was my pick until I saw Maz pick it earlier today, and he puts his on paper, so I can't claim it, but I go right to Pilar, her breakout star, but Kyle Pitts is my Rookie of the Year. And the thing, when you give a safety valve and a guy with all this talent that's supposed to be this unicorn that at the tight end position, but you got Matt Ryan. No matter what you want to say about Atlanta, this is a veteran guy that's been there, and I think that you're going to see the way that they work together a lot like some of the best quarterback tight end tandems in the league.
We got Trevor Lawrence online, Cam Akers, Justin Fields.
So, DMAC, I actually almost was going to put that my Rookie of the Year was also going to be my breakout player of the year, Kyle Pitts, but there has never been a tight end that has gotten Rookie of the Year. If there was a year that can change, that a tight end is going to make
a tight end like history. Kyle Pitts.
That's right. I was going to say Kyle Pitts would be the one to break that that record of nobody being a tight end not ever being able to be Rookie of the Year. So because a tight end has never been Rookie of the Year, I'm going to say Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to go with that sure shoe or whatever the saying is. And honestly, I like what this means to LaVisca Chenault. I think that they're going to make a great team. So I know that that's kind of chalk. Everybody's going with Trevor Lawrence, but Alex, who do you have?
So unlike Maz, I guess you can't say I'm Maz's son because I didn't put my picks on the sheet, so therefore I can't claim my pick. But I was also going to go with Kyle Pitts. Like you guys, like Pilar and DMAC have been saying, Matt Ryan is just really good at finding his young guys and really involving all of his weapons that he has. And the thing about Kyle Pitts is he really reminds me of Tony Gonzalez, who was a great tight end for the Falcons for so many years. Almost led me to my first fantasy football championship. Shout out to Tony Gonzalez for that. But I see flashes of Gonzalez and Kyle Pitts, and therefore I think he will be a success story with the Atlanta Falcons.
To your point, look at if he's getting the B, the Tony Gonzalez B, they just, with the same guy, they run the same, you know what I'm saying? Here, this is what Tony and I did. Hey, this is what he did there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The blueprint to follow in and be better from a guy already, you nailed it, right?
Yep.
It's set up for more success.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Juicy, who you got?
I struggle between Kyle Pitts because that was going to be my first option just because of how, obviously, it's Kyle Pitts. But I went with Jamar Chase because a couple reasons. He was the number one, obviously, receiver before he opted out. His season was spectacular, and he's reuniting with the quarterback he had the season with. And we know the Bengals, they didn't take an offensive lineman. They're going to be trying to throw the ball downfield, and who else but the best consensus wide receiver before last year. Devontae Smith won it, but I think the guy's going to be electric. So
Yeah,
I got
he
Jamar Chase.
You know what?
Certainly does have the opportunity. but-
Great call, Jeff. I looked at that, but then I looked at Joe Burrow's not going to be throwing
their
to him
offensive
after
line.
week four. After week four,
Yep.
so you know what I'm saying.
You
so
need to
it's either
protect him or he's
yeah,
not- he's
like
not gonna
you
be able
think
to
he's
throw
going to
him.
be alive or you don't.
He might be on the stretcher.
Well,
Hopefully
that's
not.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I think you're right, but I just don't think that he's going to get the opportunity. I hope I'm wrong. I like Joe Burrow.
We got to pick up our pace if we're going to get through this.
Yep. All right, here we go. Lions dark horse on the offense. Who do you got, DMAC?
On the offense, and I don't know if it's a dark horse or not, but I'm just saying that the MVP on this offense will be Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. I was like, yep, I agree. TJ Hawkinson. Whoa, Jared Goff. Whoa.
Goes back to my prediction.
Well, dark horse. It's not Hawkins.
Is he
No,
not a
I
dark
know.
horse?
Well, I know.
He's a
but
favorite.
I understand. And look, on my
Right.
paper, I don't have
Am I
Hawkinson, but
Maz,
I thought he was going to
Goff
say
would be a dark horse.
Yes, for
he's
sure.
a very much a
Absolutely.
dark
For sure.
horse.
Just
very much
doubling
a dark
down,
horse.
boys. Just put those chips all in.
I mean,
called
I
it.
hope you're right because then my
I-
prediction will be right. Okay, who do you have?
I got Brett Perriman. I mean, not Brett Perriman. I love Brett
Brashad
Perriman. Brashad Perriman. His son. I think he's going to come here. I think, how many stops is this guy going to go through? I think I liked what I saw at the end of last year with him. I think he could take the next step here in Detroit.
Yeah, it's his last shot to really
Yep.
make a splash. Alex, who do you like?
I'm sticking with a wide receiver as well. I'm going Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was our fourth round pick, I believe.
Yes.
He's out of USC. I'm actually writing a video about him right now. The short report is coming back this week for any of the viewers that are a fan of that. Look for the short report this Friday evening. It will be on Amon-Ra St. Brown. So just a little preview for you. This kid was dominant in high school and college. Number one ranked a wide receiver in his senior year of high school. Got 21 offers from different schools, including Michigan and Michigan State. And the success just carried over to USC, and he's still turning heads. And reports say in minicamp, Jared Goff has really taken him under his wing, and he's trying to form his game to be similar to Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice job.
I would say look out for
And we
Amon-Ra
know
St.
that
Brown.
until Cooper Kupp got injured, right? That was the start of the Goff in the Rams because he lost his security blanket.
And then quickly, I got Tyrell Williams because
too.
a lot of people don't understand. He hasn't had under 600 yards since his rookie year, and he was injured that year, so he didn't play a lot. So the guy's been consistent, and he's given Goff another deep threat. He's 6'4", he's similar size to Galladay, and they're going to run the play action. So
And Anthony Lynn's here.
exactly. So
that's-
who else to throw it to but that big body downfield?
That is who I got. Tyrell Williams all day long is who I think is going to emerge. All right, here we go. Let's go for the Lions dark horse in the defense. We've had some changes to their our corners are gone, which we needed. So
Go ahead, Matt.
All of them.
All of them. I mean,
all
this one's
of
hard.
the
Every
defense
single
right
one of them
now.
needs to
We can
step
talk
up.
offense. It's right. That's how bad it. Now you mentioned like a Michael Brockers, but I don't think he's a dark horse because he's coming in with the pedigree. But he's got something to prove, and it's something to prove that he can be a part of turning this D around. But I think the spotlight's on all of them to step up.
I could not disagree with you guys. I could not disagree with that. I mean, it's hard to say who exactly in defense. We've made a lot of changes to that defense. They got rid of the corners, the slot corners, which slot receivers were lighting us up all year long. And Coleman is now in Miami. Darryl Roberts is in Washington. So really, it's really going to be up to Elder and Ford to really step up here because we've got some massive slot receivers that we're going to be going up against this year. And I was just looking at the list. We've got Tyler Lockett, Juju Smith-Schuster, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Adam Thielen, Jarvis Landry. I mean, Devontae Adams, who last year 48 of his 115 catches came from the slot. So, and I feel like half of those 48 were when they played against us. So that was one of our absolute weakest positions that I think they addressed, and it's going to really be up to Aaron Glenn and Elder and Ford to see what's going to happen there.
I had Brockers, but Mac told me don't take Brockers just now, so I'll go with the
I
rookie.
just said I don't think he's a
I'll
dark
take
horse.
Levi Onwuzurike. I mean, that's it. I'm just going to go with him. Go ahead, Jeff. I mean, Alex,
I'm going to stick with the rookie as well. Ifeatu Melifonwu, our third-round draft choice out of Syracuse.
Nice pronunciation.
Thank you, Mac. Ifeatu, not only is his name fun to say, but he's got great size for a corner, and the corner is a very competitive position in training camp. So I'm just really excited for this young guy to get out on the field.
And speaking of competing at the cornerback position, I got Jeff Okudah because Aaron Glenn's going to make a terrific impact on the kid. And last year he was set up to pretty much fail in my eyes. So
agreed.
I'm happy to watch him. So go Jeff.
Absolutely. Let's skip the fantasy and go
let's
to the
skip
next.
the fantasy because that's really kind of irrelevant at the point. But let's go to build your NFC North dream offense. So you pick one player from each team: the Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears.
There it is on your screen.
There it is on your screen. Who would you pick? D-Mac.
Why do I have those? Well,
Okay.
I'll start.
go first.
I say I'll go first.
Aaron Rodgers, DeAndre Swift, Allen Robinson, and who am I missing?
You're missing a Viking.
I'm missing a Viking. So who's their tight
You need a
end?
pass catcher.
Yeah.
You,
No, I
Justin
already took
Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Okay, there you go.
Rodgers and
Nazareth.
Thielen's dangerous.
Right.
I got Rodgers, of course. I got Cook and my running back, Allen Robinson at wideout, and T.J. Hawkinson from the Lions.
That's the
It's a good
exact
team.
replica of mine. I mean, it's
That's fine.
All right, Alex.
Probably the general consensus as well. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback. Dalvin Cook, running back. Allen Robinson, and who else do I need? Oh, Lions. Hawkinson. There you go.
Put your mic on.
All right, Justin Fields. Sorry about that. Justin Fields is my quarterback. I'm switching it up. Devontae Adams, T.J. Hawkinson, and then Dalvin Cook.
Nice.
All right, there you go, guys. Who would your dream team be? Hit us up on social media at Woodward Sports. All right, let's get to a little bit of me gusta or no me gusta, a quick edition of that. You guys know how to play along on our social media at Woodward Sports. If you like the statement I'm about to say, you say me gusta. If you do not like it, no me gusta. And always feel free to add your opinions as well.
Andrew, you're going to pick on this too, so put Andrew's mic up.
Okay, Team USA will still win the gold in Tokyo. Me gusta or no me gusta? It's a lightning round.
Me gusta.
Ooh,
No me gusta. I think this team is flawed.
I agree. No me gusta para mí también.
No me gusta. The streak has to come to an end eventually, and an 0-2 start in exhibition play is not a
So
good
you're
sign
saying me
of that.
gusta, no me
works the
gusta? I couldn't hear
opposite.
the first part.
No me gusta.
No me
They're
gusta.
not going to win.
Or
Okay.
it goes the opposite.
Andrew,
No me gusta.
no me gusta.
Yeah, I got no me gusta. They don't look like they care one bit.
That's a thing.
They're
Like,
also really tired.
look like you want to show up and play, right? Look like you want to be there.
I mean, Durant,
He's getting blocked left and right.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this KD?
he's gassed.
Yeah, he's gassed.
All right, guys. It is about that time of the show where we wrap things up with who you like. D-Mac.
You know what? I like the American League tonight and the All-Star Game.
Okay, that's fun. I like that.
I got the American League to win, and I have Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. There's an actual parlay that you can get plus 400 right now. So lay 100 to win 400 on those two.
All right, Alex, who you like?
I have the American League, and I have Shohei Ohtani not hitting a home run because he's dead tired from the home run derby last night.
All right.
I don't know if that's such
guys.
a thing you can do, but okay.
Well, in my book, it is.
Good.
That's what I like,
That's
man.
good.
So there
That's good.
you have it, guys. Let us know on social media who you guys think is going to really get the job done for y'all tonight at Woodward Sports.
That means bet the National League.
Yeah, it's been so
I love grilled
much,
cheese.
Okay. It's been so much fun hanging with you guys today. Thanks so much to our good friend Jim Price for joining the show. And guys, I can't believe tomorrow. Make sure that you come out and say hello. We will be live from Cherry Creek Golf Club in Shelby Township for the Detroit Sports Media Association Charity Golf Scramble. DMAC will be there all day. All of the shows will be there. So come say hi. For Juicy, for Andrew, for Alex or Maui.
No.
For Tom Mazaway, who's back in the hot seat. And DMAC, I'm Pilar Lasher. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
There's a long drive. That one is going way up. It is off the roof. That hit the transformer up there. A tremendous smash. Only 8 players have hit the ball over the roof here in Detroit. And Jackson nearly did it then out of the ballpark.